merchandise here. So yeah, that's probably more than I want to talk, but if anybody has any questions or would like to know more about specifics or anything like that, but yeah, that was the goal, was just to bring the wives in and kind of address this thing that I'm seeing within the community is if you're not in the crypto community or in the NFT addiction community like we all are, then maybe this stuff is a little bit more foreign to you. So just buy your wife a shirt and appease her is kind of the goal. So I was also hoping, maybe like frat buddies and bachelor parties would just get a whole gaggle of tank tops to wear on the beach, things like that. So, buy it in the masses. Am I wearing the birch right now? Right now I'm at work, so I'm in my uniform. And my personal favorite is, I'll go to it, but it's the Marty McVape with the pocket tee. I really love that one. So you can hit here, go to all products. I'm going to keep tweaking all the navigation because, again, that's new to me. And if you can see it, this one right here, I really like. It's got the side ape, so it kind of goes around your side, got the little smoke cloud, the pocket tee on the one side, and wake bake ape on the back there. So again, another theme I hear in the community, smoking the weed and appeasing the wives are the top two things I'm seeing in the Discord there. So, and if I can find, there's the world's greatest dad / ape. This was my attempt at a Father's Day thing, but I didn't get it launched quite in time prior to Father's Day. Yep, there it is. Thanks, it's Carolina Dove. That's my favorite one personally. And again, there's long sleeve, short sleeve take tops, and some cuts that are specific to females. So that was really the goal. And again, I didn't really want to be a super shiller, but again, since we're all family here, if you are interested in the shirts or think somebody might be, feel free to spread it around. And I definitely did not take 30 minutes up, though. And the last comment I'll make maybe was I spent a lot of time just randomly typing in 4 digits to find apes that didn't have their dogs claimed, and I was able to score some, at least identified one ape that didn't have their dog claimed and scored that bad boy. So I'm still knee deep in the apes, but maybe you guys can relate to this. The one thing I'm struggling with is this existential crisis of having an ape as my avatar, even though I still feel like I'm an avatar, but I need to like shill my merch, so I can't really quite change my ape at this point. But I just want you to know, as soon as I get some merch out and make some sales, I'm going right back to that avatar. Yeah. And it took me weeks to even change to this ape, and not until all the hype was there did I even consider moving away from my traditional Marty McFly avatar, which I can't wait to replicate, by the way, and put some alien skin on that guy. So, but yeah, that is, I do have an @Wives, I'll put it here, @Ape Wives Club on Twitter. That's brand new with almost 0 followers, so you can be among the first. And of course, I'm Marty McFly, Marty NFT McFly on Twitter. But yeah, I really do appreciate you guys giving me the mic and the opportunity to talk about this today, and helping share some of this. And can we see a screenshot of your apes? Yeah, so I will drop some stuff in the event links. Thank you guys so much. I'm still kind of a relative noob here, but yeah, my apes, I have 6409, which is my Marty McFly. And then I have a sunglasses ape, and then a lot of the other ones were lent through lads in Lad City who were signed off on sort of the approval for derivative work through that means. And so here are 2 of the specific apes that I'm working with. I spent a long time looking for what I thought were female-looking apes, and so our boy Nifty Q over in Lad City had one with the bunny ears, so I used that. I think I kind of offended him when I told him I thought his ape was a woman, but that's just how it is. So, but yeah, these are the 2 primary apes that I'm hodling for life and using primarily on most of the shirts. And I sought out some pink-haired ones as well for this, but I'll just have to keep digging. And my goal would be to do this beach line, and then I'm thinking about some hoodies and stuff in the fall. I have some crazy ideas for Halloween where we can throw some Frankenstein bolts on these apes and do like a whole Halloween line. And maybe just for some comedic humor, I think we've all been in a situation. I always think about concerts where you go to a concert and they're selling their merch and you're like, yeah, sweet, I'll buy this t-shirt. And then that t-shirt ends up being like 4 inches thick of Hanes, and it has like an iron-on freaking emblem or something like that. And you sit there and you go, yeah, I love to support this artist, but I don't know that I'll ever wear this shirt because it feels like crap. So the goal of this Apes Wive Club is, first and foremost, these shirts are like tri-blend, cotton, rayon, polyester. They're all Bella apparel, Bella canvas. And basically, my best friends here in town run a t-shirt shop as a local thing. And so I've worked with them, and we've been making our own shirts for our local, friends that own yoga studios here, bars and restaurants. And frankly, this all started with our indoor soccer team. So we used to play indoor soccer before I got too old and frail. And we would take Juventus or any other major team, and we were really still are big into Rastafarian culture and the Weath. So we would take those emblems of either Juventus or Roma or whatever it may be, and we would take those animals and switch them out for lions because we were the rude boys, and we would go and wreak havoc on the indoor soccer fields. And that's where it all started about good 10 years ago now. And since then we continue to make shirts for friends, family, businesses locally. And I just twisted their arm and said, hey, you guys are not in the crypto or NFT community, but you need to do this with me. And I basically was a pest. This is a good question about Africa. I have not dealt with the long distance shipping. So what I would suggest is if you go through and just kind of see what it says for shipping, if it throws you like a $200 shipping cost, then maybe don't do that. But at this point, I'm kind of targeting the US and Canada, and I'm trying to have some folks that are in the UK or elsewhere go through the process and let me know what it tells them for shipping fees, because I can imagine it might be quite costly. But again, the goal was to give you shirts that you can actually wear. I kind of think of this Tom Morello shirt that I bought. I'm a big Rage Against the Machine fan, and I went to see Tom Morello solo, and I bought this shirt, and it's literally the shittiest shirt I own. But it's got his signature on it, so I have to, I got to keep it. But it's like 4 inches thick, and it feels like somebody ironed it on their basement. So yeah, so I'm sure everybody here has gone to a concert, wanted to support that artist, and bought one of their merch, only to realize you will never wear it. So the goal is here to create things you will actually wear. Yeah, Rizzle's wearing one right now. Yeah, we all know those shitty shirts. So these are, again, these feel good. As this, and these are what I wear every day. Personally, I used to have a food truck where I sold cheese plates at the winery, and so I had to make uniforms for my cheese plate food truck, and so I had a whole bunch of them, and that's what I wear under my work uniform every day. So they're soft, they feel good, they're women's cut, and now I do feel like I'm shilling, but but yeah, thanks for all your guys' like input and attention and interest and everything. I can't thank you guys enough. And if you guys ever need anything, just DM me, and maybe we'll end up with a big line of things. My next one is literally going to be smoke weeth every day. Get some Nate Dogg pictures on that one, bestseller. Send one over to Rizzle, and go from there. So yeah, the Nate Dogg from the smoke weed every day. I do think there's an opportunity for crypto merchandise. So right now it's just me and my close friends here, but those of you guys with with some bigger and badder connections, I do think this is like a real opportunity. Not necessarily just the Metaverse and MetaFactory type of combo things where you have one in real life, but just general good stuff that you can wear. So yeah, that's the tweet right there. Again, love the support. Really appreciate everything. and I'm excited for another fantastic WIP day. Great job, Sam.
While I am troubleshooting this, I would love for everyone to go and purchase this. I would love for everyone to go and purchase this. I would love for everyone to go and purchase this. For death to audio problems, death to audio problems. Happy sunshine, mashed potatoes. I want chicken, cheese. Fuck yes. Oh cheese, oh cheese, cheese, oh. This is awesome, 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 Sweet dreams are made of cheese. Pizza's good too. I like where this is going, yeah. Fuck yes, cheese. Kill the audio bombs with fire, with fire, with fire. Death to audio problems. Lactose intolerant people, I am so sorry. Give me that shot. Give me that shot. I got carried away. We all love a good TokenSmart song. Cheddar, blue cheese. Better Way says cheese emoji. Rendar has cheese. TokenSmart with Is money given now? Spend some of your cheddar on that, please. Rizzle says death to audio problems. Rizzle says death to audio. Rizzle says death to audio problems. Rizzle says death to audio. Lots of gifts of cheesy things, all up in the Discord of TokenSmart. Oh, lots of gifts of cheesy things. Cat with heart eyes, clap, clap, clap. Cheese steak, cookies, hi, cheese is the best. Gifts of cats with cheese on their faces, death, death, death. The only thing we love more than cheese is gifts. The only thing is fondue. Rizzle says death to audio problems. Rizzle says death to audio milk. Cheese is live. Audio problems. Cheese is live. Oh, yeah. Yay, the little kitten says LOL. And Elmo's on fire, and Ernie's got condoms on his ears, so fire, so fire. Death to audio, death to audio, LMAO. Give me cheese, oh give me death to audio, death to audio. Vibe check. Vibe check. Death to high ping. I want some lemonade. Make cheese great again. Condoms on the ears. That's what it looked like to me. Oh, death to audio problems. To audio. Death to audio problems. To audio. I'm vibing, make cheese lemonade. When life gives you rotten cheese, you make cheese lemonade. So much cheese and some sriracha, some cheese and some sriracha. Me vibing big time when Rizzle coins. You make nachos. You make nachos. Love the song so dope. Stuff that cheese in your face. Stuff that cheese in your face with jalapeno. With jalapeno. In your face, cheese whiz. Those yes, cheese whiz. In your face, I said death to audio. To audio. Death to audio. To audio. Oh, death to audio. To audio. That's it. Oh my lord. Whew. I have to turn on the fan.
Jax Can y'all hear me?
Yes, sir.
There we go. For those of you who don't know, this is the voice of Matthew from Nifty Gateway. What's up, WIP fam? We're back. It's Thursday. Favorite time of the week, favorite event of the week, favorite everything, favorite people, favorite everything. Big shout out to everyone, but in particular, Strawberry Sith, who is hosting us at his new digs that Voxel Architects built. Dark Junction is the name. And CryptoVoxels got really vibey. Looks like sunset or sunrise. I don't know. It's really, really beautiful. Make sure you click on the links that people are dropping right now, taking you in world to Strawberry Sith's amazing new build where he's hosting us at. Show, yeah, he picked like the best spot ever to set up the stage this week. I'm flying up here. A bunch of the WIP fam is also flying up here with me. And some behind the scenes notes. We're working to put together some really awesome surprises for the WIP fam heading forward. One of the details we can reveal is that some of those surprises happen to be wearables. We're trying to bring back the wearable culture. I'm really excited for that. Also excited about some things that we can't yet talk about, but just make sure you keep coming to the WIP every Thursday to find out what those surprises end up being. And just want to encourage everyone, if you have any ideas about what you want to do here at the WIP, make sure to reach out. We're all about doing fun, weird, new shit all the time. So if you want to host or talk or do anything at a future WIP, hit us up. And you can hit myself, Rizzle, or anyone that's on the WIP crew. But we have a fantastic WIP planned for everyone today. We have Tim and V in the house, going to give us some updates on Jax Hideaway. We have Vladimir joining us from Waves Ducks, who's up second. And Nicole is here to talk about some exciting updates at AsyncArt before taking us on a gallery tour in CryptoVoxels. So stick around for that. Really excited for today's event. Really excited to get into these updates with speakers. If anyone has any questions for the speakers, make sure you tag our man Show, ask the question, and then he will relay those questions to the speakers after they finish their updates. So with all that out of the way, I'll pass the mic to my dude Rizzle so he can get the hype train rolling for today's WIP.
Yo, dude. All right, let's see. Some orders of business. Yes, we got a CV link. These are always make sure you guys hop into CV. We'll probably before we go on the field trip to Async, we'll get Paradox to queue us up for a group shot somewhere. And this should be a cluster because we're getting dropped in like a location in the sky, and trying to see everybody fly somewhere, let alone walk somewhere, is always entertaining to say the least. So but we'll give it a shot. So hop in world. Hang on while I'm rambling here. In the channel just below here, I'm going to do the big WIPcoin airdrop. I did the command correctly. Yes, you should have 30 minutes to claim it. So you got plenty of time. Just make sure you hop down to the Cypher channel, claim that, and come back. Dude, the wearables never left, but in the early days of the WIP, man, we used to make it rain wearables. Like every single week we were giving out a wearable to like every single person who showed up. And then gas just got, crazy expensive, and minting costs got expensive, and, we had to sort of get away from that. But now it seems like we're about to be able to uncork that again. And the whole play was to you guys be able to claim this WIP coin and just use it to redeem wearables. And so we've, contracted someone to create a grip of awesome wearables that as long as you guys are showing up, you should be able to essentially claim them for free, plus gas costs. And now it's not, it's not going to cost you $60 to, buy a shoe or whatever. That's what's up, Stina, representing the sneakers from the first WIP. Okay, let's see. Professional update. A lot of you guys know I made a career move. I've officially passed the TokenSmart baton over to Sandy, Dragonate, and fam, which is awesome. Love them. Totally trust them to hold down the fort. I don't plan on being a stranger at all. I'm going to be here with the WIP each week, still doing the podcast with Matt. But one of the reasons I bring this up is because this has led to a lot of really funny conversations with people who want to get me involved in their projects, and you know, a lot of friends of our communities have hit me up and just sort of want to talk and see what I'm up to. And so I was in conversation with Avagachi like right before this, and I actually pitched them the decentralized petting zoo concept that I pitched all of you guys a couple weeks ago. And I think Jesse thought I was absolutely out of my mind. And I was like, yes, dude, the Avagachi technology with the petting zoo. Yeah, so I don't know. I had to walk it back a little bit to remain friends, but I'm working on it, folks. I feel like there's something there with like the DeFi and creating food. So that's all. Little professional update, little update on the decentralized petting zoo concept. We'll get there, folks. Big shout out to Vertical Crypto, going to be leading a bunch of weird avatars around the AsyncArt spot, I believe. I think that's just about everything. Make sure you guys check the weekly calendar. I know I whacked him. He had a hot mic. I think he's our first speaker, so we'll unwhack him shortly. Big shout out to the whole fam, the whole crew who's making this happen week in, week out. So much behind the scenes stuff going on to pull off this goofy thing we do. Easy Paradox, Trippy Show, Timmy, Tubador, Alex, Guts Berserk, GB, Grev, Conwolf, Carolina, Duh, the Meow Meow, Dragonate, Trizlet, Quigbell, all y'all. Thank you guys so much. Tim, dude, I might need to unwhack you, but I'll find you. Hang on, I gotta scroll through some people here. I think Tim is our first speaker, and yes, he is still whacked. Tim, man, hey. You are unwhacked. How are you, dude?
Got me there, Rizzle?
Got you, dude.
Nice.
Yeah, man, take it away.
Hey, so anyway, it's been a great 3 months here just hanging with all you guys, and really appreciate all the love and support for the MetaJax and our Jax Hideaway going on Thursday nights, and then our Jax Blast. We got a ton happening, but most exciting is just as our NFTs are getting realized and our Jax token and all that coming to pass, and then of course all of this really going to explode on our Crypto Jazz Festival. So I'm going to start with give V the mic right now, since he's hanging out late in his time zone, and so he's got a little something special to say. Then I'll wrap it up. Go ahead, V.
Let me make sure we didn't whack him too.
Oh, he's probably whacked, yeah.
We're trigger. Oh no, V is. There we go.
Hi.
Hey, man.
Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Hey, Riz. I love the idea of the decentralized pet zoo, by the way. I just saying
it. Thank you. We'll get there.
Awesome. So, hi everyone, and it's wonderful to be back here. The WIP is home for folks like us who have been building since before the craziness hit, and it feels like yesterday that we went hunting for shrimp in that Vauxhall Olympic Stadium. And today I couldn't be more excited about what Whale Street has built for MetaJax and Tim. You all know MetaJax, right? It's Tim and all that jazz. And Whale Street basically built the tech for this amazing project. And here's what's special about this. So first off, we are kicking this off with Matic support. It's low cost at every touch point, basically minting, transacting, and what have you. Anything you can do on Whale Street is going to be super smooth and affordable from now on. I'm also thrilled to announce this new class of NFTs. It's called progressive stakeable NFTs that reward musicians and fans. And this is a whole other kind of upgradable NFT. It's like you can level up with every class of NFT. So if you've got a bunch of silver NFTs, you can stake them and get a gold NFT. If you've got a bunch of gold, stake them and level up to platinum and so on. So there's 5 different levels. There's silver, you upgrade to gold, and then to platinum, and then palladium, and then finally Jaxium. And that's not all. You get you get staking rewards as well. So those rewards will basically be in the form of Jax tokens. And yes, that's right, MetaJax has a token, and you can yield farm it on Whale Street. So yeah, you can get your MetaJax NFTs on Whale Street to start earning your Jax tokens. So that's basically what's going to be happening. at the tech side. But there's another reason I'm really proud to be a part of this, and I think MetaJax marks an important milestone in the utility era of NFTs. The craze has so far been all about buying NFTs. So this is a really cool way to show what we can do with NFTs. I'm also proud of the fact that this is going to help some amazing artists, incredible performers. I mean, jazz music has such a rich history, and the pandemic has been such a downer on artists and venues. So I'm sure MetaJax will help revive performing arts. And Tim will elaborate in a second, but you're actually what we are really getting is super high quality episodic production of great live music, and Whale Street gets to capture the value of that with the tech. We are looking at promo drops, staking rewards, auctions, bundling of different performances, and so much more. I'm just so excited about this, about what's to come. So, last year, crypto opened up a whole new world for artists. This year, I think it's going to be all about performing arts and performing artists. And Whale Street is a proud partner in this movement. What a lovely time it is to be a part of this space. Let's all give it up for Tim, guys. He has been an incredible source of energy. He had a wonderful idea and has been tirelessly working to bring it to life. The stage is all yours, Tim.
Hey, thank you, V. And it's just, man, I got to tell you, V, to have a partner like V is an inspiration in of itself. So just appreciate everything you've been doing and just the hours you spent in the middle of the night just collaborating on all this. It's so fun. Such a great time. And, for those of you who haven't really been part of what we're doing, we're just trying to create a sustainable ecosystem, kind of an economic base for exceptional musicians and artists. As you know, no strangers in this room to getting rid of the middlemen and connecting fans and talent directly, and then creating a store of value that can function in a sense like an annuity or a pension for this incredible talent for the long term. So we're in this for the long haul. Doesn't really matter, Bulls, Bears. It's not about that. We're about really everybody coming together, and I'll just let you know, we've got our eye on a really special giant event, 2025. Us and I'm sure a whole army of amazing people are going to do a big celebration. It's going to be global. It's going to be big, and we'll keep talking about that. But for now, we're just basically it's the prototype. It's the experiment. It's the test. It's a mini festival. Crypto Jazz Festival, we're calling it. Pretty sure we can say this is, there's a lot of first this, first that. Pretty sure we can say this is the first Crypto Jazz Festival because, tell me if you've ever heard of another one. But it's going to happen July 9th through 11 at our club in Newport Beach. We'll continue to just push that out to the world, working on putting it into a crypto voxel space. We're looking for a great one with our TokenSmarty pals, and we'll be bringing you as much of that event as possible. And we've got some cool things. So jazz is the backdrop. Why jazz? Because the exceptional musicians that we all look to have influenced our music for 100 years. And so that's the foundation where it all starts. From there, it can grow out and it'll go in all different kinds of directions. But we're all about these amazing musicians, these amazing jazz musicians. And at this event, so we've got the music, of course, great players and singers and coming in from all over the country, and even one coming from outside the country. And so we've got 6 acts, 2 acts every night. But the cool thing is we've got this brunch thing that'll be happening where our in-house artist in residence who's a Renaissance man of his own making, Tony Guerrero's, we got these jazz brunches going on. And then the afternoon in our tent, because, we've been in the pandemic, we've got a big cool tent. And inside our club now is open. So we got 2 stages happening. So we're going to be having discussion circles, and I'm hoping as many of you that can will participate in those. For example, on the 9th, we're talking about music and visual NFT collaboration. We're going to have visual artists on site and hopefully in world as well as musicians, because we want to stimulate some incredible just dialogue and collaboration, because music doesn't stand without visual anymore, nor does visual. Every visual needs its music. It needs its sound score. So we're going to start with jazz, and we're going to have discussions every afternoon, 1 o'clock and then 2 o'clock on, for example, the future of music NFT ecosystems. Then we've got shows. We've got an after party every night at 10:30. The brunches are at 11:30 to 1. I see Sandy asking that question right there. Now, here's something interesting. We've got, for example, this is a group, Renaissance 2. They're actually traded on the NASDAQ as EZ365, but they're bringing in 8 Warhols that they commissioned. They're going to have an auction. At this point, it's on known origin. I don't know, Matthew, maybe you can help us jump over to Nifty or something. But right now it's on known origin. And so they've got 8 commissioned. And, one thing leads to another. So we've also got coming out Nanu Burks. If you don't know who Nanu Burks is, you need to look her up. She's an amazing artist who's basically crypto saved her out of Argentina. She'll tell that story. I think she and Rizzle are gonna get together and tell her story. But she's a nomadic artist who just does amazing stuff. We're gonna do a spectacle. So check this out. We're gonna basically take a grand piano, and she's going to paint it, fill it with mannequin parts, and she's going to turn it into what she does. She does a time capsules. So she's going to paint, airbrush, and just make this really cool time capsule grand piano. And then it's going to be tokenized as an NFT. And it's going to end up someplace. We've got a few ideas of where it could end up, but it's a physical art piece. Of course, has its NFT equivalent, and she's going to do the same thing with Chris House's electric violin, and then he'll be touring and traveling with that electric violin all over the world, and telling this story and talking about this, what NFTs can do for musicians as he tours. And she's going to do the same thing with Willie Murillo's trumpet. So all these guys, again, are world-class musicians, have played in a lot of bands and traveled with artists, and played on movies and things. But they're going to have their instruments, and they're kind of lining up now. Now we're getting people say, hey, man, I want you to, could you do my trombone, or could you do this or that? So we may have a big band all dressed up and painted before this thing's over with. Anyway, that's going to be cool. I like spectacle things. I love big events. This is kind of like I've produced conventions and things over the years. And so I'm taking all that kind of spectacle energy and squeezing it all into our parking lot. So I've got about a year and a half of pent up energy to do something. So we're going to just do everything but light this joint on fire. And that may happen too. Anyway, so we've got cool stuff going on like that. We've got NFT, the movie's going to be on site, and they're going to be interviewing NFT teams that are coming in for the occasion. So if you're a creator of any kind, love to have you. Come down and join. Go to JaxBlast, JaxBlast.com, and you'll find the info on the festival and everything else we got going on. A lot of reading there because I probably write way too much. But check it out there, and you can get some tickets. We've got. So you can get some tickets there. And meanwhile, I'm sure, one last thing. So what we are doing as we kind of experiment, we're taking some stems from our previous Jax Blast events, and we're remixing these. We've got a secret Satoshi remixer going on who's creating some things that are going to be released through the Yoshi Drops platform, which is a wax thing. So we're gonna have some electronic remixes of our jazz stems, because we capture all that are going to be out on Yoshi Drops. So and that'll be next week. So anyway, if that'll be for those of you who are dabbling on the wax side of things, and it'll be something for those of you who are more into the electronic side of things that still want to support your local jazz. So that's probably, I probably went over my time, so I appreciate it. Love all of you guys. Come out and join us. Yeah, there we go. Nice, Lindsay. Hey, yeah, where'd you catch me doing that? I didn't know anybody was there. Anyway, come on out, join us in real life or right here in Crypto Voxels. Who knows? Maybe we'll crash Strawberry Sis join again. So thanks again, guys.
Oh, yeah. Cool. Tim, V. Oh my God, you guys are killing it every time. And every time you appear here, you have so much going on. It's just, yeah, you love to hear it. So anyone who has questions, like Show's asking, make sure you tag him. But I know Show's already coming prepared with a question of his own. So Show, whenever you're ready, man, hit Tim and V with your question. Hey, Tim, what's going on, man?
Oh, man, I'm honored. My favorite... Here it is. My favorite online entertainer personality is speaking to me. I don't know. I mean, I'm speechless.
Oh my God. Thanks you, man. Thank you for the love. And the feeling is mutual. I really love what you've been doing with Jax Hideaway. It's been it's so consistent, so amazing. And I'm really excited to see what's going to happen with the Jax team token. Shout out to V, by the way, for introducing us to that. That was pretty awesome. Let's see here. Okay. Live jazz is such an intimate experience. Now that the pandemic is over, people will be able to have lunch, like you said, or have brunch, which is super awesome, or dinner dates at venues with incredible live jazz performances again. With your unique experience within the metaverse, would you say that people prefer to have actual live experiences, or would they find the value and experience of a digital jazz performance only from the comfort of their homes?
Yeah, so we streamed over 200 shows now throughout the pandemic. And that was something that people couldn't get, right? And so we were doing it at a high level. Our secret sauce is we do broadcast mixes. So I come out of television. And so on that side of the world, you have audio is everything, in my opinion, and music is the most important thing to me. Even though I produce a lot of video things and that kind of content, to me it all gets down to the audio. As you know, I mean, audio. Hey, we got a great song here in the TokenSmart that just talks about what happens when audio goes wrong, right? So the audio is everything. So what we do is we protect that. We have a great audio engineering team that mixes the music just for that in-world experience. That's why what you hear us do doesn't sound like anything else out there, because we care a lot, and frankly, we operate upside down to make this stuff happen, because I love the music. I'm all about that. So that is important. But to your point, live music, yes. Everybody wants a live in-person experience. Problem is that, what if you're in Chennai, India, and you want the Jax experience? Well, that's quite a trip. You might come to our festival, but what are you going to do every other Thursday night or a Sunday night or whatever? So next best thing is be in world. And why is it better in world? Because now you can actually hang with your people. So you're not just watching something on a screen, which is nice. Maybe you're doing some work and you want to have something playing while you're doing it. I do that with the TokenSmart stream all the time. Every day I'll just kind of turn it on and let it go while I'm working here. But this way you're able to actually interact while you're listening. So it's more like the club experience. And here's the goal. The goal is that you can be in, say, the TokenSmart lounge while we're in the live club. And then what's going to happen soon is, it's going to crisscross. We're going to have that AR overlay, and then we're going to be together, really together. Now that's what I'm looking for.
Wow, that sounds really exciting. Augmented reality is going to be a big deal in the future. So shout out to you for exploring that. We also have a question from Easy in Crypto. He would like to know, actually, he remembers a tweet from the main Jax Hideaway Twitter account with like 5K Jax Jazz NFTs. He wants to know if there's an update on that being released.
Yeah, we've got one more of those. What that is those are the promotional NFTs that are kind of like have been the ramp into this crypto jazz festival. So we've got one more of those coming up. So there'll be 5 total. And so when V launches the NFTs in general, what's going to happen is that those are also going to be available. These are all on Matic. And those, of course, if we've got your address, if you've participated in that MetaJax 5,000 giveaway, because obviously all we're trying to do is get 5,000 people to be part of our first circle here. Then you're going to get those NFTs. And the cool thing is those NFTs are going to be stakeable. You're going to be able to earn Jax just like on all the other NFTs that you purchase. So that's what makes those a little something special in my opinion. But yeah, and V's confident that that's all going to happen just prior to the Crypto Jazz Festival. So I'm looking forward to that myself.
Awesome. And if anyone else has any questions for Tim or V, make sure you tag them in the chat. I'm sure they'd be more than happy to respond. But Tim and V, it's always a pleasure having you up on the virtual stage here at the WIP.
Feel free to DM me or whatever. Do that either in Discord or Twitter. All good.
Hell yeah. Cool. Well, moving on, we have Vladimir here from Waves Docs, here to talk with all of us. Really excited to hear about this project. So Vladdy, whenever you're ready, unmute yourself and take it away. Cool, we had you whacked, just unwhacked you. Oh, hey, here you go.
Here am I. Hello.
We can hear you perfect.
Yeah, it's nice. It's nice. Thanks for having me.
Cool. Whenever you're ready, introduce us to Waves Docs and tell us about the latest works in progress.
Sure. Yeah, nice to be here. So I'm presenting Waves Docs. That's an NFT game that's very, very funny. What you can do is collecting NFT ducks who are really pretty, because ducks are the most amazing animals in the world, you know. So you can collect ducks using egg tokens. There is a duck egg that you can buy or collect in giveaways that we are doing really often. So you can collect eggs and then hatch the ducks. There are different types of ducks, so it depends on your luck if you will get a unique one or just a regular duck. Anyway, after you get it, you can breed your ducks. So you will get the new generation ones, and after that you can use them to stake. We have a staking feature when you can stake your NFT token. So it's kind of a combination between DeFi and NFTs, because we have logic of DeFi, like staking and governance in NFT game. So you can stake your duck into a firm, and it will bring you an APY that is pretty high right now, because the game is only 1 month old. So APYs now are really high because it's first movers advantage, as far as all of you know. And we do really welcome everyone to participate in our giveaways that are going on in Telegram chats, where you can, for example, create a meme about Waves Docs or about Waves protocol and get a reward for it. Egg token is pretty expensive now, so these rewards, they're huge. I mean, today we distributed 100 egg tokens, what's equal to 15, how much is it? Wow, it's $15,000 actually. And it happens twice per week. So welcome, I guess you have a link to our chats. If not, I will leave the link. Yeah, I'm getting the message. Did I miss it? Telegram link? Yeah, it's here. Oh, thank you. Thank you guys for sharing it. So yeah, join our Telegram. It's here. Participates in giveaways to get egg tokens and hatch your ducks. You will be able to get your own NFT and use it to get a passive income, because this NFT will lay eggs to you. So pretty simple and amazing logic. I will be happy to answer any questions, actually.
Cool. Always love hearing about new projects that are popping up. So show if you have any questions for Vladdy, go ahead and hit him with them.
Hey, Vladimir, what's going on, man?
Hey.
All right. Ducks hold a special place in my heart. You know, yeah, man. You know, DuckTales, Darkwing Duck, Duck Hunt, Howard the Duck. You know, there is so much crossover potential for this particular subject. And I'm really bullish on it. It sounds really interesting, but there are other collectible image-based, you know, projects out there who are also doing things like breeding and who also have unique items as incentives. So what will separate you from the rest of this new wave of NFT, avatar, and image collectible, all these things during DeFi Summer 2.0?
Amazing question, and I think it's a very good question to talk more about the advantages of the game. I will say there are two main things that differ the DAGs from other games. The first one is the staking feature. There are just a couple of games that provide the same functionality, and the idea is very simple. You just lock your NFT and get some tokens for it. It's simple, and in combination with this DAX plus X logic, it sounds logical. This staking feature makes DAX valuable, so they are not just speculative assets like some art projects, for example. So you don't just buy a DAC to sell it for more money later. You can buy it and invest because you can stake it. That's the advantage of buying NFT DACs. The second reason why Waves DACs are different is that despite the DACs are expensive, they're very expensive. I mean, the cheapest DAC is at least $1,000 now on the marketplace. But at the same time, they remain, anyone can join it because we have regular giveaways for participating in so-called rounds. You can create a meme or draw a picture or propose your own DAC as a character and get free tokens for it to spend them on the DAC. So at the same time, this game is for rich guys because DACs are expensive and they're given a lot of returns and profits. And at the same time, this game can be joined by anyone just for participating in rounds. Thank you for your question, yeah. Yes, it was useful.
Cool. And if anyone has any questions about Wave Ducks or how they can participate further, feel free to ping Vladimir with your question. But anyway, thank you so much for jumping on the stage, Vladimir. It's cool to hear from you. And with that, we will move on to our third speaker. Really excited to welcome Vertical Crypto Art, also sometimes known as Nicole, to the stage to update us about what's going on at AsyncArt before taking us on a really, really cool gallery tour in world.
Hey, can you hear me?
Yep, loud and clear.
Okay, cool. Hey, thank you so much for hosting me. I'm quite nervous, to be honest. Like, this is a huge audience. So hello, everybody. Happy Thursday. Thanks so much to the yeah, you are very intimidating, to the TokenSmart Discord for hosting us. So we actually, with the Async team, we launched a curation week this week, which is basically a week that is dedicated to spotlighting a few of our amazing artists at Async and telling their stories and looking at deep diving into the beautiful artworks that they've created. And today we're actually doing a tour in the Crypto Voxel Async Art Gallery to chat a little bit about all the artists that we're showcasing this week. So we started Tuesday and the curation week will end next Tuesday. And yeah, so I guess we can get started. I hope we can. I hope we get like a few of the artists actually in the chat and kind of chatting to me whilst I walk around. I can see there's Mr. Richie, so he's one of the artists that we have in our curation week. So hey, and
I I hate to cut you off. Before we migrate over to async, we were going to do a photo op in Strawberry Sith spot here in Crypto Voxels, and then I'm sure we can do some more photo ops over at the gallery as well. But he hosted us this week at the WIP, so if you don't mind, just if we're about to migrate, pressing pause just for a sec so we can snap a quick picture in Crypto Voxels.
Of course, of course.
I'm going to drop the link for you guys. Hate to cut you off, but I'm going to cut you off even though you're like really nervous and just totally derail your entire presentation.
Love it.
So aggressive, dude. Come on.
Just trying to hook up, we got the GOAT, like Metaverse cameraman, and, I know Strawberry Sith is like ranting and raving on Twitter about his place. So I'm like, we got to do this dude some justice here.
Oh, 100%. This location today, Strawberry Sith and Voxel Architects, they absolutely killed it.
So y'all hop in World Paradox. We're like floating around out there. Where do you want us, dude?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, man.
Excellent. Right, we're not gonna move anywhere today. If everybody could just gather around the, I don't know what to call it, just below the sign in the top of the tower, either outside or inside. But tell you what, outside is probably best. Otherwise, I won't be able to see any of you. Let's have a look. Okay, I'm the blue guy. If anybody can see, I'm floating up in front of you. So I'm going to give you about 10 seconds to get in place. The cameras are already rolling. And let off any emojis you want to. And then what I normally do is every week I throw together a WIP video, and Riz will normally post it. So if you've not been in one of these videos before, make sure you do. And then you'll see yourself usually Tuesday, Wednesday time next week. Cool. More emojis, please. This looks great. Awesome. Okay, a few more seconds. And that's me done. Cheers, guys.
Thanks, dude. Cool.
Yeah, sorry. Okay, sorry, everybody. We did the thing. But, actually, Nicole, while you're talking, if we can find a link to your guys' parcel and drop it in the chat box here, let's get everybody over there.
Yes.
And we can see what you're talking about while back to your regular WIP program. Thank you, Bad Breaker.
Yes, absolutely. I think Lisa. Yeah, perfect. So we're streaming it live on Twitter, and I actually just dropped in the async gallery link, and also like a little link on learning more about each of the artworks, basically. So super. Okay, we can start. So actually, I'll give it a couple of minutes for people to come in. I can see there's a few people. Okay, super, nice. Okay, so we'll walk inside. The first artwork that we have exhibited is actually a piece which is from an artist called David, and the piece is called Yellow and Blue. The artist David is a painter, and he's very fascinated with the process of art and creation. His piece and the inspiration behind this was basically dealing with the artist struggle. That's why we can see like the kind of the figure leaning onto a wall, and the anxiety in the studio trying to create something new and fresh. With this specific artist, the process and the way that he goes about creating is sketching on pieces of paper, and then after a couple of sketches, he creates the physical model, which is made actually out of cardboard and wood, and then he paints it and then digitally processes it to be put on AsyncArt. In this case specifically, this is a piece which is minted with the day and night template, and therefore during the day it's yellow, and during the night it turns blue, and it's autonomous. Super, so nice to see so many people in the gallery. I love this. So we move on, and if you have like comments and stuff, just feel free to drop them in the chat. So the next one is actually Habitation Sur. So this is a huge collaborative piece, and it's absolutely amazing. It's from the artist of Crypto Arg, so a full-on Latin American explosion here of loads of artists. This piece has 1 master artwork and 13 ownable layers. It's a collective of an Argentinian group, and it basically showcased 26 different artists, which all kind of converge towards the same direction, which is the South, and obviously the region that they're all from. To name a few of the artists, we have Lulu and Milton Sands, we have Frenetic Void, we have Oxygeno, we have Julian Brangold, we have Daira, we have Okitomo, Fedebona. Like, there's so many artists in there. It's a really, really cool piece. And each and every one of them has worked on their specific window. And obviously, the beauty of AsyncArt as a platform, it can really enable for these huge collaborative pieces and for lots of different artists with different styles of artwork to work together and come together with these amazing pieces. All right, it's getting crowded in here. The third piece is a really awesome one. It's called Vati Leaks number 2. The artist, which is called Raul or BG Enter, they actually basically created a piece which is using probably like one of the most a very advanced AsyncArt piece. They created their own code for this artwork to be minted on Async. The way that this goes about is basically that it has an autonomous code which will basically bring the secret documents out of the Vatican and into around the world in different investments. That's why it's called like Vati Leaks, obviously with the hidden theme of leaks document. Basically, the helicopter is autonomous, so it updates twice a day to reflect day and night cycles. It's a really awesome piece. It's a custom made. The artists themselves has developed the code to be able to produce this. So kind of like on the more, let's say, high-end creative side. We actually, Lisa wrote an amazing blog post about this, and maybe Lisa, if you're there, you can ping it so people can have a read for it. But definitely a really cool one. Yeah, there's so many people. I really, really love it. It's amazing. It's like being at it's a Metaverse party. This is so cool. Okay, so we have Teamwork by Frank Ape and Ari Lankin. So maybe I'm hoping that actually the artist is here, at least he should be, but if you are, just say hello. And if you have any comments, just feel free to drop them in. All right, so this piece is called Teamwork. We actually featured it today. The character Frank Ape has been, it's a character that has been on Async for a while. The whole idea about this piece is to celebrate the idea of working together. And in fact, each of the layers is basically a new added individual in the piece. And therefore, obviously, like embracing the idea of teamwork. It's really cool, actually. The Frank Ape is supposed to be a mystical creature who lives amongst the humans. And this started, it started initially as a form of self-expression from the artist who's called Brendan Sines, like out of the streets of New York. And then it turned actually into a movement for the people. And Frank has some special powers that he continues to discover. And Frank is one who champions positivity and equality, and cares about, imagination and play and inspiring others. So this is a really cool one. It has one master and 9 different layers, which can be changed around, which is super cool. Yeah, so full disclaimer, Conlan did just buy, and he pinged all the async team earlier, all the Frank layers, so that we can all play around with it and have fun together. So that's actually awesome. Oh, I can see that Mayhak is here. Hello, she's one of our featured artists this week as well. I can see Ari Lankin, who is actually the artist that has collaborated in this piece, teamwork with Frank Ape, who's typing. So hey, feel free to drop any messages or anything that you want me to communicate. I'm super happy. All right, let's move on. Yeah, this one is okay, this one is the new Crest Wave, and actually this one just found its new owners yesterday. So the master artwork was sold to Token Angels, and one of the layers was sold to Colburn. So super cool. This piece is actually created by the artist John Van Hammersfield. He collaborated with Coldy on this one. And kind of like it's a really nice story, but basically Coldy brought him into the world of crypto art, and John Van Hammersfield is one of the really well-known artists in the US. He's worked on some amazing graffitis in LA and in the rest of the US. And this piece is one master artwork and has 5 layers. Basically, you can change the color of the sky, the water, the waves, the dots, and the clouds. So super cool one. And actually, John is a really cool guy. We had so much fun in a live stream together with Coldy. He's so forward thinking. I think he's around, like, I don't want to say something wrong, but I think he's around like 70 or something. But honestly, he has the personality of like a 20-year-old. He's awesome. All right, moving on. So this piece, let me just get it up, is called Voxarium. And the artist here is actually one of our newest artists, which is amazing. He's called KArt. And I think I posted it on the Discord when he posted this, but it kind of reminds me a little bit of XCopy. But it's a super cool piece. The artist is actually, I think it's up wrong. It's called Guilty, the piece. Sorry, guys. So the piece is called Guilty. The artist is KArt, and the idea behind this is one master artwork. It's an autonomous piece, and it has 4 different states which change autonomously at day, night, sunrise, and sunset. So you can see both the background changing, but actually also the face of the character that you're seeing up there. It's a very cool one. Right. Moving on to Mr. Richie, and I think he's actually here. So hey, Mr. Richie, if you're here, feel free to drop a message or join the conversation. This piece is called In God We Trust. The artist, Mr. Richie, works with pop art, graffiti. This piece specifically is actually kind of like a remake, but also an ode to Salvador Mundi. And there's some really nice details around this piece, which are actually inside the piece itself, whether it's like specific writings and specific messages that the artist has wanted to communicate with this. So he uses kind of a mix of genres that go obviously like back to the more like traditional and physical art world, but also references to like the crypto art and cryptocurrency and Bitcoin, etc. So really, really cool. Yeah, so we are now looking at a piece from Matthew Houghton, who is one of the, I guess, the newest kind of artists on the platform as well. He initially did his first project and first drop on Async with Async Music with his brother Richie Otten. They were part of the second wave of musicians that launched pretty much about a month ago now. And they basically did a collaborative audio visual piece. And actually he then decided to create his first AsyncArt project, which is called Compute. And it's a visual interpretation of a series of action that is performed by computers, central processing unit, when it receives information. There are 4 distinctive states to this piece, and each are represented by the 4 layers in this artwork. So they're fetch, decode, execute, and write back. And basically these are actions that are all at the core of basic computer processing. So the different colored layers represent essentially the different softwares and programs that computers continuously run. So a mix of art and computing. Ooh, Mr. Richie has just minted something new. You should post the link here so people can see it. Right, all right. I think these are all of them. Yeah, so we've gone through all of the artists that are spotlighted in our curation week. Oh no, we have Mehak actually. Yes. Sorry, Mehak, that's my bad. I was giving the back to your piece. So sorry, my bad. So basically, Mehak is an amazing artist, but not only an amazing artist, she's actually a chess player, like a national chess player. And with this piece, which is called Numbed Emotions. It's a piece that updates 4 times a day to reflect sunrise, day, sunset, and night cycles. It's a really, let's say, intimate piece. She wrote a really good blog post about it on what it means to kind of strip down emotions and what it meant for her to kind of like, look a bit deeper into what are her emotions when creating, and this piece is a representation of it. So it's a beautiful artwork, and she has also just actually finished exhibiting at CADAF as well, right, Mehak? Which is super awesome. Okay, let me just catch up on these messages. So we have Ari Lankin who says that Frank Ape is trying to link in. We are also live on Twitter, so if you have any comments, just feel free to drop them in. But yeah, so I guess we did go through all of the artists and all of the artwork. Do you guys have any questions? Do the artists want to add anything at all that I have missed. I'm sure I've missed a lot of things. So feel free to add your comments and thoughts. I'm just looking at the chat now.
Hey, Nicole, how are you?
Good. How are you?
We actually have a question from Tim from Jax Hideaway. He actually tried to mention it to you in the channel, but he would like to know if they can send some, if you can send some AsyncArt artists to the Jax Hideaway Crypto Jazz Festival in real life. They would love to do some collaborations with you if possible. Is that a possibility?
Sure. I think definitely let's chat more about it. I think this is awesome. If you want to, feel free to drop into our Discord or just DM me on Twitter, or also ping Lisa, who's Brett Baker. But anyways, like, feel free to yeah, for sure. Let's chat about it. This is cool.
There's also a question from Ejats. They would like to know, will there be any workshop centering on async NFT crafting based on the experience of some of the pioneers or artists that are really popular from the platform?
Great question. I think, there's always a possibility of it. At the moment, we haven't really thought about it, but obviously super up for any suggestions on this. I think it would be absolutely awesome. So Rendered Flesh is asking if there's any way for artists to link up with coders. Essentially, there's a lot of different ways to actually collaborate with different types of artists who also potentially have development skills within the async community. So I think your best bet is to join our Discord and to join our artist chats and our community, and see how that can happen and those collaborations can be nurtured. But yeah, absolutely. There's so many different types of skill sets that can be linked up, and async really does allow for collaborations to happen, just because of the nature of the platform itself and how minting takes place and layers and masters. So yeah. So we do have workshops around async art. We actually also do a Twitter Spaces chat bi-weekly. So it happens every 2 weeks on a Wednesday, and at 1:30 p.m. Eastern time. Where basically Nate, who is one of the co-founders with Lisa and Conlan, goes through the basics, we're calling it async fundamentals, and he basically goes through the tech, what is programmable art, how does the platform work, how do async canvas and the various templates work. So definitely stay tuned for those. We're doing them bi-weekly, but also, as Lisa mentioned, we also do artist dedicated workshops. Basically, as soon as artists get accepted into the platform, they will have a dedicated workshop which kind of goes through the platform itself. And yeah, but even if you're not an accepted artist, we are holding these, and actually there's some resources online as well on what is programmable art, and a YouTube video as well. Just to clarify, yes, thank you, Lisa. Async pieces do not require artists to be able to code or to program. So the platform itself and the templates that the team have created basically allow for any artist to essentially use the canvases and the templates with no needed skill of development or coding, but simply with any creativity that you like to use within the platform. Cool. Where do I reach out to get on the platform? So yeah, feel free to join the Discord. I think Lisa has been posting it a couple of times. Definitely join the Discord. We have a support artist application there. There's a link where you can apply as an artist. And yeah, is AsyncArt based on Ethereum layer 2? Not yet, but it's in the works. All right. Cape is here. Hey, so nice to have you. Your work is so cool, as everybody else is. Amazing. Okay, so I guess if there's any other questions, feel free to drop on the AsyncArt Discord. Maybe we can post the link again. And yeah, this has been super awesome. And thank you so much to TokenSmart for hosting us, and to WIP for hosting us. It's I was very nervous at the start, I have to admit, but it's been fun.
It was awesome having you, Nicole and AsyncArt. Thank you for everything you're doing for the space and promoting great artists and just pushing forward what is possible with digital art. Thank you so much.
Yeah, and kudos to the team at Async. I see Afro there. He's working behind the scenes. Like, you know, there's a lot of people that don't get like heard, but like are working, you know, in the actual back end of the platform and are absolutely amazing. So kudos to all of them.
Cool. So with that, gallery tour wrapped up, and thank you to everyone who hopped into the gallery and made it a hot, sweaty mess and a gallery tour unlike any other on planet Earth, which is really fun. I think we're ready for the afties with show. That is, if the man of the hour is ready. Dude, I'm just toweling off from this hot, sweaty mess that we call async. Shout out to Nicole for the awesome tour. I love AsyncArt, always been a big fan. Shout out to Conlin too, that's the homie. And also to Mayhack too, she's awesome. She needs to teach me more about chess. But yeah, y'all, you know what it is. You know what it is when you hear my voice like this, y'all. Hey, wait, are you awake? What's going on? Is everybody still zoning out from all the awesome artwork that was just, everyone seems a little quiet. It's too quiet. It is too quiet. You know what time it is. Adjust your speakers, adjust your headphones. It is too quiet. Someone bang on my neighbor's door and tell them it's too quiet. What is going on? What is going on? I want you to run outside and find the first person you see out on these post-pandemic streets, yell in their face and say, what's going on? What is going on? Shout out to Angie Taylor. What is going on with fam? What just happened? That was an awesome. Those are three awesome presenters from the WIP. I'm so inspired. I want to speak. I want to talk. Oh my God, what is going on? We just had this awesome build in CV. We're flying around. I did all the shrooms and I was like, dude, let's just be up in the air, man. Let's just be up in the air around this phallic symbol of a tower and put some flags on it. Put the WIP banner, put the WIP flag, hang it up high so everybody in CV can see us, because I don't know what's going on, but I guess the currency of crypto voxels is now going to be mana. What is going on? Juxton, I need you to yell at Ben and tell him that what is, I don't know, I really don't understand why Mana token is gonna be the currency of crypto voxels. I don't get it. But you know what I do get? I get all of you WIP fam. Welcome to the Afties. Oh, holy shit. Holy shit, man. So much happened. Andrew Yang fell to 4th place. Andrew Yang is not the mayor of New York City. He fell to 4th place. Shout out to Andrew Yang, managing to alienate a melting pot full of people. I guess that's what inspired Ben Nolan to start using a currency that is for another metaverse platform and shit that he used to work for. If you know the history, you know how strange that thing is. Same thing as Andrew Yang being strange as fuck. How do you alienate everybody in New York City, dude? How? You were the darling of the presidency. You were giving out free money during the pandemic last year. How do you give free money to New Yorkers and you still fuck up? Andrew Yang, I don't know what the hell is going on. Speaking of money, Peter, I can't even say his name, Thiel. Dude had a stimulus check, right? He put it into a 401k, a Roth IRA, right? Then he started market making like we do in crypto every single day. And then suddenly he became a billionaire off of what, $1,000 in their eye. What is going on? And then last but not least, John McAfee. I made a joke about this yesterday, and it was crickets. People were sad about this. Trust me, I'm tying this all into what's been happening. These are layers, y'all. These are layers in the form of the inspiration that McCall was providing through AsyncArt. These are layers of fucking things happening in our space. John McAfee died of the Spanish flu, right? He died of the Spanish flu, and what makes me sad about this is that I had the McAfee 2021 antivirus in my computer. I'm like, dude, we were dealing with flus and pandemics and all these things, man. I don't have a mask for my laptop. The McAfee 2021 antivirus program was my mask. It was my vaccine. But if it can't protect John McAfee from dying from the Spanish flu, how the fuck is it going to protect me, goddammit? Welcome to the Afties, y'all. Welcome to the Afties. This is the second introduction to the Afties. I'm your host, Show. You already know. If you don't know who I am, you will by the end of this shit. Basically, this is a segment, a portion, an appendage to the WIP where you had 3 awesome presenters. Shout out to all 3 presenters. I love each and every single one of them. They're super dope and they're inspiring, and I love their projects too. They're not paying me to say this. I really do like their projects, but I'm going to tear into them in just a second. Where, hey, instead of you running off, calling a friend, talking to random people, hoping and praying that somebody engages with your tweet or whatever, your hot take of a tweet that's super lukewarm, right? You can bring that shit right here to us, to me. Hi, I'm your friend Show. Talk to me about this shit, right? You just heard from Tim. You just heard from Vlad. You just heard from Nicole. Awesome projects. Instead of you running off, let's talk about it here. Please phrase it in the form of a hot take or an opinion. Anything that's lukewarm or the like, I will not regard. If you're asking me a question about your opinion, I can't tell you how to feel about how you feel. I don't know your feelings. I can't read your thoughts. I wish I did, because if I did, I would have bought a punk. I would have bought a fucking Bored Ape before the shit went parabolic. I was already in Top Shot, but Top Shot, I didn't believe that Hollows or Cosmics were gonna be as valuable as they were. And if you were in the space as long as everybody else has here, you wouldn't have thought that shit to have happened so soon. And no, I don't use grammar. I don't use punctuations when I speak. Everything is a run-on sentence, motherfucker, right? Speaking of run-on sentences and things of that nature, here's the first subject, y'all. Here's the first subject. Shout out to Tim from Jax Hideaway. I love that shit, man. I can't tell you how many times, I want to, I've been dying to do this for the past 15 months of the pandemic. I want to, go to brunch, drink some mimosas, drink some hot toddies, get some eggs and steak in the morning. Brunch is a thing, and I miss it, and also dinner, go get, I want to eat like some coal brick oven pizza, go out on a nice dinner date, go dress up, wear some shoes, chew a breath mint or two and be fancy.
trim my beard for once, you know, and I missed it. But Tim has been providing these means of having these digital dates. Oh yeah, playing some live jazz, saving my sex life and my progeny, right? Because without Jax Hideaway, I would have no kids. There's no possible way I would have been locked up in my apartment. Shout out to Tim for saving my sex life. And speaking of which, right? I was inspired. In the future, right? You know, like that movie Her with Joaquin Phoenix, right? He falls in love with a robot. Tim mentioned something very important. Augmented reality, right? Augmented reality, man. Augmented reality, though, for brunch and dinner dates, because people, they're going to be so antisocial from being claustrophobic during the pandemic. They need a means of interfacing with other people. Augmented reality, right? That's tapped into all your synapses. You can smell the pizza. You can taste the mimosa and the bubbly, right? You can hear all of the clarinets and the trombones or whatever fucking instruments that they do during jazz. I just love jazz. I don't know the instruments. Somebody teach me the instruments, goddammit, right? Augmented reality will be the wave of the future for people who can't go on proper dinner dates. Thoughts? That's my hot take. Thoughts? What are your thoughts on dinner dates, on mimosas, pouring champagne all over your body consensually at the dinner date itself, at the table, right? When the waiter asks, what do you want as an appetizer? I'm like, I want this champagne poured all over my body. I'll give you a tip right now. This jazz is making me want to pour champagne. This Jax Hideaway music makes me want to pour champagne all over my body. Thoughts?
I dislike champagne. How about some root beer instead?
Dragonate, do you want the carbonation of root beer sizzling your skin, sizzling your chest hairs? Is that what you want?
Sure.
Dragonate likes it sticky.
Wait, hold on, Easy. Wait, Dragonate, I want to talk about this. So when you go on dinner dates, when you go on brunch dates, you ask for root beer?
I ask for whatever I freaking feel like having. Normally I don't do those kinds of things anyway. But if we go for fast food, yeah, I'll probably get root beer or ginger ale or usually iced tea. Otherwise it's coffee.
Who's paying for the root beer, Dragonate? And what kind of music are you listening to on these augmented reality dates?
Usually it's whoever I go with because no one ever frickin' lets me pay, even if I want to. I'm like, hey, can I pay? And they're like, no. But I don't go with many people, so it's usually like only one or two.
Well, hey, trust me, I'm into crypto simping too, my friend. I'm into simping on dates, especially when there's jazz, when there's smooth jazz being played. I'm trying to make a point. Let's get some root beer. Let's get some McDonald's, right? Right?
Sure, why not? McDonald's is pretty good.
Sure.
Do you like Wendy's?
No, you know what? No, I don't like Wendy's. Right. Well, on my brunch
is behind
day.
you. Leave, and make sure it hits you on the way out. Okay.
I support root beer when I order pizza.
So we clearly see that Dragonate is a terrible date, but Easy. Wait, so you're saying what are you buying? What are you simping on your lunch dates, your dinner dates?
I can simp down some root beer if I go out to pizza. That was like, as a kid, that was my go-to for when the family went to pizza. That's when I would have root beer. So, you know, it's got some
pizza's amazing.
Yeah, it's good stuff. But I can also do a mimosa or a glass of champagne if I'm feeling fancy.
Who Okay, wait. You're going on a date, right? You're getting pizza. You're getting pizza to put them to sleep. All those carbs are putting people to sleep. The sugar rush from the beer, but then you're trying to put your date to sleep. Easy, is that it? If this is augmented reality, I don't want to fall asleep in AR, VR. Right, Mark Rendar? What?
It's a married man's date.
It's a married man's date. Poor wife. Poor wife. OMG, that's so terrible. Oh man, dude, don't like
dressing up and going out to jazz with champagne sounds fantastic. I'll tell you, but really, truthfully.
Tim, wait, is Tim there? Is like, can Tim unmute his microphone? Because I need tips on these dates. If Tim wants McCall to bring all these artists from AsyncArt to collaborate at Jax Hideaway live, right? Like what are we supposed to do? Like, how do we do this thing? How do we make this thing happen? I need some advice. You're unmuted.
Hey, can you hear me?
Yep.
Yeah, so hey, get yourself a ticket and just go to the jaxblast.com, follow the road to OpenSea, get yourself a ticket, get out here, bring your digital whatever you've got to make something, come out and hook up with a musician and make some magic. That's it.
Well, okay, wait. Instead of you shilling, because I can shill a perfect date, I don't know how to do the date. Show me how do I listen to the jazz?
So I got you. So you're saying you just want to like bring your lady out and then have a great time, right?
Yeah, I mean, but how do I know it's a good time? It's my first time listening to jazz. Does the jazz come in the beginning, in the middle, or the ending? Am I wearing the right clothes? Am I drinking this mimosa properly? What am I supposed to do?
Well, I'd say skip the mimosa, or maybe get that for your girl. You get your girl a mimosa if you want to, but you show up. It's Southern California, so you don't got to dress all up. And plus, right now, you can just stroll in however you are, and the music's already playing. Somebody's going to take care of you. The server comes up, gets you something great to eat. We've got some really awesome, we're serving California Cajun style recipes that my partner Jack, that his grandma gave him he's been doing it for 30 years from Lafayette, Louisiana. So it's kind of unique. You can't get that almost anywhere else. Get yourself some gumbo, some jambalaya, something like that. It's that's the perfect date food right there. That'll heat things up for you. Get a drink. I would suggest a good whiskey probably is probably your best bet to go with something like this on a night like this and with jazz. You gotta, even if you go old school, get an old fashioned. That'd be perfect. Pairs with anything we got on our menu actually. So we got options though, but mostly it's chill. There's no expectation. It's just it's totally your own space. You can mix it up with somebody if you want to, or you can just keep to yourself. If you got your girl there, then it's just the two of you having a great time. You can even dance, and nobody will even really mess with you.
This sounds like, speaking of hot things, this sounds like IBS. This sounds like my stomach is bubbling. All the foods that you were like, you said jambalaya and gumbo. These sounds like heavy things. I feel like I'm gonna scare away my date. So much gas. I'm gonna scare her away. The trumpet is blowing out of the wrong hole. Tim.
If she can't handle the trumpet, then maybe she's not the one for you.
Listen, if I'm taking her out on the first date, if I'm drinking mimosas, if I'm drinking an old fashioned, right? Gumbo, pizza, root beer, right? These are all carbonated. This says gas. If she's willing to sit through that in augmented reality VR glasses, right? Then maybe she is, but maybe she's not. You're giving me terrible advice, all of you.
This is not bad for you.
Terrible date advice. Tim, you're terrible.
Hey, don't be
So
mean.
You just need to go light. Get yourself a little vegan dish, something that's gonna be kind to you. Something that's kind of green.
I was about to say something about
Something's
green.
gonna settle you down. It's kind of like get yourself something that's maybe the cows would eat. You could kind of share something that's gonna be gentle.
Like grass, hey, the vegans have the worst level of gas. Like they're destroying the ozone layer just as bad as cows, right? Like something that a cow would eat. Like they have worse carbon emissions. Vegans are number one with carbon emission, destroying the ozone layer from their asses, and cows too.
I see you with like a Mediterranean salad. That's what I see in your future.
can't even spell Mediterranean. How many syllables is that? What?
It's got a few N's in there.
I can't believe this. You're gonna make, like, what are we're coming out of the pandemic. People are taking notes. They come to the athletes to take notes about how to conduct themselves both in world and also in real life. And you're all setting them up for failure. Jax Hideaway is such a cool, vibey thing, and you're setting people up for failure.
Hey, sometimes there's nothing better in life than a really huge fail, a really grand fail. I mean, that can really do you well.
I mean, I'd rather not, but you know.
Well, you know what? Speaking of failing, I'm crossing my fingers and I'm hoping that all pregnancy tests from these terrible dates are failing too. Moving on. Next subject. We had Vladimir, supposed to be Sasha. I don't know where Sasha's at. Sasha didn't show up, but Vladimir showed up in his place. We have Waves Ducks. I mean, I was confused because I was doing research on Waves. I'm thinking they meant the Wave token. I'm like, oh, wow. So Wave token has an aspect. They're going to do some NFTs that are related to ducks. I was so confused. And then I finally found them. I'm like, oh, my God. Okay, wait, I need to ape into this because maybe it will be the next Wicked Craniums or something else. So I can flip it for a quick 0.2 or 0.3 off a hype, you know. But it got me to thinking. Because all these projects lately, it's like every 2 weeks, there's a brand new avatar project. There's a brand new something project that makes you want to get hype. Their community is so cool. Oh my God, I want to be part of their community. They're doing things. Someone tweets, oh, hey, this project is bigger than the community, y'all. I mean, this project is bigger than the founders, its creators, it's big. Celebrities are aping in. I'm like, what am I supposed to do, right? But the thing about these projects is that while they believe that they're innovating, they're not innovating enough. They're innovating, doing the same innovations from each other, right? They're gamifying. Here's my hot take, y'all, in case you can't handle all the words that I'm spewing out of my mouth from all the jambalaya and gumbo that I was consuming through my AR set at the recent Jax Hideaway event, which is coming up later on this evening. Gamifying the incentives, right? These projects they realize, hey, we can't just release the avatar NFT and rely on the hype. They're all trying to gamify the incentives that they provide, right? But it's obvious. It's an obvious trend because you're all attempting to gamify and using the same gamification tools and tricks, right? If everyone is gamifying, no one is innovating. Are we gamifying the same way? This is rhetorical. Thoughts? Are they gamifying? Because they ain't me. I don't got an NFT avatar thing, right?
I mean, if the formula works, why change it, right? If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
But everyone's doing the formula and then thinking, hey, we're gonna be fresh, we're gonna be new, right? But they're all innovating and being fresh and new. Actually, speaking of, wait, let me reference something, right? Is Nate Alex in the building? I'm trying to look in the voice channel. Oh no, he's online, but he's probably cooking up something else I'm about to talk about. He just tweeted out something that happened back in August that set the crypto world on fire. He said, oh no. Well, so he was LARPing, you know. This random project appeared out of nowhere, right? Similar to what the fuck Artblocks is doing, right? Squiggles. What the fuck? This is legendary in WIP lore and also in the crypto space as a whole, right? Legendary because we were like, oh well, so you can make these computer generated squiggle artwork pieces, one-of-one generative artwork, right? No one knew who the founders were. No one knew anything about the project, right? Innovative, right? Then he revealed himself. He's like, hey, it was me, y'all. It was me, guys. And everyone was like, oh, man, what the fuck? This formula, right, has been copied, though. Has been copied. Nate Alex and a couple of other people, this formula that they've come out with has been copied. If you watch how these projects have been releasing, right, they double down on the pseudonyms, on the anonymity, these project leads, right? I feel like they feel like the same motherfucker, right? And they've been releasing these things out into the wild, building up the hype on the mystery. But they're all doing the same innovation. They're all gamifying all of this shit. Are we all gamifying the same way to provide incentives, but the incentives are the same thing? Thoughts? Yeah, Rizzle, we did. We unintentionally assisted in his LARP, mind you. Nate Alex is an admin in TokenSmart while the WIP was happening last year too. So it was kind of like, this was a big deal. Thoughts, y'all?
It wasn't Nate that did that. It was Atlantis. Don't you remember?
Ooh, so this is what I mean about doubling down on the anonymity, right? On the pseudonyms, right? Thank you so much, Dragonate, for supplementing my spiel, my hot take with some more spit and saliva, right? Yeah, so apparently it was this anonymous figure or anonymous group of individuals, Atlantis, who provided squiggly dot what the fuck. It was the first time I realized that you can use a URL with a dot WTF, right? Yeah, and then thank God Nate Alex is fam, right? He pulled a Russ Franky before Russ Franky pulled a fucking Russ Franky on us. Let me repeat that again. Nate pulled a Russ Franky on us before Russ Franky pulled a Russ Franky on us. God damn it. My point, right? And which caught up Russ to the point where he couldn't show up is because we're trying to gamify things that maybe don't need to be gamified. You don't need to gamify the incentive. You don't need to make it clever, make it fancy in order to win over the people. Thoughts? I did, Juxton. I did.
You're darn
Thoughts?
right. You don't need anything to be actually good or amazing. Look at the fucking pickles. You can just make something that is blatantly, well, and as they would probably say, fucking ridiculous, and people will just ape into it.
You know, I'm not just going to agree just to agree, but I am going to say, right, and just to piggyback off of what Mark Rendar just said, it's like very, very, very rug pull-ish, right? The fucking pickle project, right? Very rug pullish to the point where they're like, hey, we're going to innovate so far. We're not even going to show you what the hell this thing is going to turn into, right? We just want you to ape in, right? We just want you to buy we're gamifying so far that we're selling you a box of air. Holy shit, man.
It's basically a lottery. What 1 in 10,000 chance of being the 1 in 10,000 chance of getting the golden pickle, of which I think there actually is one. Unless I'm misunderstanding the smart contract code that I'm looking at. I'm not a coder, so I have no clue.
I'm not a coder either. I'm not a religious priest either, right? Meaning, right, we don't know what kind of creator of the universe exists. I've never seen it. I've never seen a golden pickle. You know, I don't know if aliens exist. They tell me. The U.S. government says it every time a fucking president of the United States fucks up. I don't know why that keeps happening. Every time Trump was fucking up, there's a brand new article about aliens. Why do you want me to care about aliens and not about presidents? You know,
they're trying to make excuses.
You're selling me a box of air. The golden pickle literally has question marks, right? A fucking it's like it's cute. You're over gamifying. You're over gamificationing. Over gamificationing the fucking thing. You're gonna innovate yourself out of a fucking innovation. Thoughts?
If it's innovation, if it's innovation that's been done before, then it's not really innovation, is it?
Whose voice is that? Who's speaking right now?
Fish Brain. What's up?
Hey, Fish Brain. Hey, Fish Brain. I'm fucking feeling fancy drinking mimosas, listening to music from Jax Hideaway. How you feeling?
I'm good, thanks. I'm very good. I'm just listening to your excited voice, and it's making me, it's getting my heart racing, and it's getting me. Yeah, I'm getting sucked in. So I'm all in, baby.
It's making your blood pumping as if this is a first date, right? Making your fucking blood boil.
Yeah. Yeah, but I have something to say about these collection of the week type NFTs. I think the problem isn't gamification. because gamification, like, you know, a game is a game, isn't it? But if you think like every single one of these projects, they're 10,000. Like how is that innovation? That's not innovation. Every single one is the same. It's 10,000 of like, oh, this one's got a different hat, or this one, like, and they're all like computer. Like where's the human in this? Like, this isn't art.
You buying it. That's a human.
Dragonate, speak up, please. Speak up, Dragonate.
The human is the person buying the thing that doesn't have a human behind it.
You know, speaking of humans, right? Moving on. Here is the last and final presenter, y'all. Speaking of human beings behind these pieces, right, that are released into the wild, right? Instead of computer generated pieces, right? We need to talk about this shit. McCall inspired me so much. She speaks so well. She's so eloquent. I love that little walkthrough. Reminds me of my days when I used to go by myself to the MoMA, right? Speaking of terrible dates, right? And dates not showing up. Do you want to go to brunch and then go look at some new artwork in MoMA? No. Can't even speak because I'm traumatized. I'm traumatized by the amount of times I've been shut down. Just like Trizly just said, right? wait, what did Trizly just say? What did Trizly said something awesome. Yeah, I'm riding that ship to the bottom. Same thing she said. She didn't want to ride the ship to the bottom. I was riding that ship by myself, right? But inspired by McCall and her awesome walkthrough, shout out to AsyncArt and all the artists that collaborated on that recent project. Here's my hot take, man. And human beings behind collectibles, right? No more auto-generated whatever the fuck, you know? Mutability takes away from the value of a piece that is considered complete. Meaning, if Warhol, if Haring, if Basquiat, right? Once they finish their pieces and then a day later, like, no, wait, let me tweak this shit. No, man, the collector got it as it is, you know? It's not, a piece can't be considered a masterpiece if you keep fucking with it, right? For some, okay, I get it. As an artist personally, because I'm an artist too, you know, a multi-talented, a multi-directional, a multifunctional fucking Swiss Army knife of a fucking artist, you know. If you tweak something too many times, you can fuck it up. If you over gamify the innovation of your artwork, you fuck it up, right? You just gotta let the shit go. A masterpiece is considered valuable because the artist, while considering it to be unfinished, cannot make changes to their pieces once they release them out into the world, right? Raphael, Michelangelo, Donatello, all the fucking Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles of the Renaissance, man. If they were fucking with their marble pieces, right, that were constantly orgasmed on because that was considered porn because the artwork was considered so perfect, even with chips in it, right, and cracks. You know, they had to keep washing these sculptures. I think I said this last week. They had to keep washing these marble sculptures because they didn't have Pornhub in the Renaissance era. They had these fucking lifelike mountains and statues full of curvy women and shit, right? Or men, depending upon what you like. And it's like if these masters continue to be considered to be masters, if they kept tweaking their shit. So AsyncArt, you've been innovating for years, for like a year, right? Don't let Colin hear this shit. But you've been innovating for a year, adding layers, right? Allowing people to add whiteout, to add erasers to their creations, and fix and mix and match and pay for the pencil shavings, for the whiteout flex. Is a masterpiece considered a masterpiece if you can keep fucking with the masterpiece? Thoughts?
I mean, it depends. Maybe that's the intention of it. Why can't you? That could be innovation in itself, right? A piece that gets erased over and over, and then that adds to the, thing that it is or trying to be. Why not?
Why not? Why not? Why?
It sounds like because show says not.
Well, yes, that's true, and we all know this, right? But in addition to that Bible verse you just released to the masses, why not?
Why not?
Why not? No, hey, no. Speaking of a master fucking artist right here in the building, and also in addition to that, where's Mayhack too? Like, we have so many fucking legendary artists in the building. Unmute your microphone. If you, as a talented artist, or maybe I'll unmute you. Where's Null at? If Null even wants to speak, I don't want to fuck up his piece, his mental piece, you know. And right, I keep thinking of Kanye with his arguably his most incredible album, period, right? Which is The Life of Pablo. You know, he had a song on there called Wolves, if I'm not mistaken. And he released the album, but then he kept updating, uploading additions, edits, tweaks. And I understood, right, that this is an innovation, right? You're making a mutable album become immutable, and you're constantly receiving royalties, but god damn it, when does it no longer become or stay a masterpiece? If you keep fucking with it. I'll tell you something. I've talked myself out of so many dates, right? It was going good. Jax Hideaway, all the awesome musicians that'll be playing this evening here in the TokenSmart server. They were playing on my little dinner date. You know, the mimosas were flowing, the old fashions, the gumbo was flowing. I'm speaking, but I keep speaking. And I'm speaking so well in the beginning, so perfectly, but I keep speaking myself out of the sex, out of the date, y'all. A master, a pro, a tactician when it comes to speaking on a microphone, spoke himself out of a good situation.
Well, if you know this and you're aware of this, maybe sometimes, forgive me for this, but maybe sometimes, shut up! Maybe my therapist should tell me that shit so I can... I don't know how. Dude, Tim from Jax Hideaway just told me that I need to give it all I got, that I need to try all I can, so I need to keep speaking. That's what I took from that. That's the advice I took. Sandy Meows is too busy to give me life advice when it comes to going on dates. What am I supposed to do? My friends aren't around. Your fruit, apparently.
I don't go on dates anymore. That's why I don't have any advice.
Sandy is too busy. God damn it! I'm sick of this. Where's my friend? Where's the deal? Oh my God! Speaking of friends, y'all. Look, we had 3 awesome presenters. You know, they talk to us about things, many things I can't understand because my brain is small, right? So many things happen in the crypto space. There's not enough mimosas to drink in order to force me to ape into buying all of this shit. But I hope you all do, you know, because these things are going to keep coming. You know, these things are going to keep coming. We're coming out of June. It's already DeFi Summer 2.0, but the fucking things are really about to pop off so soon. So let's pop some champagne, pour some shit out. Let's get fucked up. DeFi Summer 2.0 is on the way. Thank you so much, everybody who came through to the WIP. Shout out to the whole crew. Much love. I don't speak for all of them. We all speak for each other, but I love each and every single one of you. Shout out to all 3 presenters. We love all your projects. You don't pay me to say this shit. I'm just saying it right now. Shout out to the WIP fam. We can't do it without you. Shout out to also check this out. We got some great things coming up later on this afternoon. Please check out the events calendar. I can't even speak. Too much gumbo. The gas is coming out of the wrong trombone. I'm gonna drop that joke again. Yo, we got Cypher, I believe, coming up soon. Then we got Jax Hideaway coming up after that. Please attend all the things, hang out, do all the things. Much love, and I'm out this bitch.
Peace, love, and whipsy, y'all. Hope to see you at the Cypher in 1 hour, 20 minutes. We're going to have a Metaverse beat hunt as well. So a lot of fun stuff coming up.